Well, since the beginning of YouTube, you would access somebody's channel by going to youtube.com/whatever that channel's name was, in my case, Stereo Dust Particles. Alternatively, you could also go into your address bar and type in youtube.com/user/the username, and that would get you to the same exact page. Well, it turns out that Google and YouTube are finally changing a few things around, and now making it much harder to get the coveted vanity URL that people, I guess, have taken for granted all this time, because now it's going to be a lot more difficult to actually get one. I got this email the other day, 2 days ago actually, on the 30th of January, saying, "Good news, I'm eligible for a new Google custom name for my YouTube and Google Plus profile." Well, I don't use my Google Plus profile for anything else. In fact, it's practically completely defunct. I just use it so I could comment on YouTube. So I don't want a custom URL for that. And I certainly don't want a new URL for my YouTube channel. It's fine the way it is. Here's what they're recommending. youtube.com/c/stereodustparticles and google.com/plus stereodustparticles. And then it goes on to explain why we should claim this, because of issues like land grabbing of common words and brands. I did a little research into this, and it turns out that YouTube's now changed the way in which people are supposed to get custom URLs for their channel. No longer can you get a vanity URL such as youtube.com/your username. Now, the new username setup is going to require 2 slashes and a C in between those slashes, and then your channel name. So youtube.com/c/your username. Now, that's all well and good, but if you go down here, look at the eligibility requirements that need to be met before you can even think about getting a custom URL. 500 or more subscribers, your channel is at least 30 days old, you've uploaded a photo for your channel icon, that's of course very easy, and you've uploaded channel art. The biggest problem, of course, is having 500 or more subscribers. You can also create a custom URL if you link and verify an official website, although I'm not all too sure how difficult that actually is. I think that's only for businesses. I'm really not too sure. So it tells you how to go about getting a custom URL if you're actually eligible. And in fact, if I go into my Creator Studio, go down to where they have tips. If I go down to the very bottom, you could see get a new custom URL. Your channel is eligible for a new URL. Match your URL to your brand. And they're claiming that the reason this is necessary is for people who have originally started on YouTube using one URL, but then they ended up using their Google Plus settings to change the display name of their channel. Case in point, if I go to any of my subscriptions, I'm sure I'm going to be able to demonstrate this very easily. Okay, here's a perfect example. You can see the display name of this channel is Blue Planet 64, Videos Sans Frontier. But if we actually go and look at the URL, it's just Video Sans Frontier, not Blue Planet 64. And so they're saying now that Google will predetermine what your custom URL should be based on. It's bad enough you now have to put /c/ before your actual username, but they don't even give you the option to actually change it if you want to change your URL altogether. You can't do that. Of course, you can add extra characters to make it more unique, but that's about the extent of the customization that they allow you, at least as of this recording. So I'm going to go ahead and leave my URL the way it is. Again, I'm going to put the links for the information regarding the custom URLs in the description. And just for kicks and grins, I decided to visit this channel the other day, and look what the general consensus has come to. I don't think that's a great idea. Now, Google claims the reason they're actually doing this is to help the shortage of custom URLs now that are actually available, because people, many people in the past have created a custom URL, got their channel set up, only to desert it a little while later, and yet that URL is now no longer available for somebody who could use it more to its full potential. So I see what they're trying to do, but I definitely think that this is not the right way to go about doing it. You have to jump through a bunch of hoops just to get a feature that used to come standard. The only workaround I actually found online that actually worked at this point in time is this one posted by the YouTube channel MCN Freedom. There's a video, it's titled New Custom YouTube URLs for You, and you have to have your own website, you have to verify it and link it with Google. It's actually a fairly arduous process. You have to verify it with Webmaster Tools,
so I
verify it on Google+.
www.mgnwow.com, and I linked that to our Google Plus page that is...
So it's a bunch of steps you actually have to take, but it is an actual workaround, although I can't actually say whether it works or not because I have no intention of creating a new YouTube channel anytime soon. And one thing to note is that if you actually do decide to claim a new YouTube URL that's been suggested to you, your old YouTube URL will redirect now to this new link. Although I'm just going to go ahead and exit out of this and just keep my old YouTube URL for as long as I possibly can. Thankfully, I've never decided to upgrade my YouTube URL. I've had my channel since before they implemented all these changes, so I'm going to stick with my own custom YouTube URL and not use that stupid new design, that stupid new system that they're implementing.